Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we are tearing down a digital marketing product called the Affirmation Video Vault. We're going to take a really structured, analytical look at exactly what this product claims to do, what a grounded review actually reveals about it, and ultimately whether it delivers on all those big promises. Okay, let's dive right into this. You know the folks selling this thing hit you right out of the gate with a really stark question. Why do 95% of aspiring wellness creators fail before they even begin? Now, 95% is a massive number for sure, but it hits the nail on the head regarding a completely universal problem in the digital space, which is creator burnout. Because listen, there is a huge gap between the dream and the reality here. The dream is beautiful, right? You launch a slick, faceless channel, post these simple, elegant affirmations, and inspire thousands of people while you sleep. But the reality? Actually, scratch that. It's more like a technical nightmare. According to reviewers of this product, you can easily blow 90 minutes on a single 15-second clip. You're out there hunting for stock footage that doesn't look super cheap. You're trying to write meaningful copy, fighting with keyframes, and praying you find trending music that won't get your flag for copyright. Boom, 2 hours are gone, and you have to wake up and do the whole shebang all over again tomorrow. So here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the content creator bottleneck. Second, we'll go inside the Affirmation Vault. Third, we'll break down the big sales promises. Fourth, we'll look at the grounded review reality. And finally, we'll figure out who is this actually for. All right, Section 1, the content creator bottleneck. Let's talk about the production problem. I absolutely love the metaphor they use on the sales page for this. It says, you are trying to build a skyscraper with a hand trowel while the pros are using industrial cranes. And honestly, that is so true. Short-form social media algorithms literally do not care about your passion. They only care about consistency and retention. If you're spending an hour and a half manually editing every single daily post, you are trading your most precious commodity, your time, just to stay visible. It means you don't really have a content problem, you have a production problem. Moving right along to Section 2, inside the Affirmation Vault. Let's see how this builds a solution. So, stripping away all the flashy marketing language, what are you literally getting? Well, the Affirmation Video Vault is essentially an army of 200 pre-made, high-definition affirmation videos. They are explicitly designed for that vertical 9:16 format, which means they are perfect for TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. And crucially, this is a big deal, they're built entirely as editable templates for Canva's free tier. No Adobe Premiere, no CapCut required at all. Mechanically, how does this actually work? It's a 5-step workflow that is supposed to compress an hour of editing into just a few minutes. Step 1, you access your files instantly after you buy. Step 2, you open a template right inside Canva. Step 3, you rebrand it. Now, this is absolutely vital. You change the background color, swap out the fonts, drop in your logo, make it match your specific vibe. Step 4, export. And Step 5, post it or batch schedule an entire week's worth of content before your morning coffee even gets cold. Okay, on to Section 3. The big sales promises. Time to look at the marketing tactics. $14. The vendor heavily anchors the whole pitch on this front-end price. They're promising you a complete business in a box for less than you'd pay for a movie ticket. And you've got to notice the classic digital marketing math happening here. They claim a total value of $197, then it's slashed to $24, and magically slashed again to $14 for today only. And surprise, surprise, right alongside that price tag is a ticking countdown timer. The vendor calls this a market entry test, claiming they just want to gather some quick success stories before the price inevitably jumps back up to $24 or higher. It's a very classic urgency tactic. They want you to act fast so you don't let another creator steal your spot in the feed. Now, what's really interesting about this next part is Section 4, the grounded review reality. Let's look beyond the pitch. Because here is the stark reality of that $14 hook. $14 is just the entry point to get you through the door. Once you are inside their funnel, you're hit with one-time offers, or OTOs, and related bundles. We're talking spirituality, Christian Reels, nature Reels. If you get caught up and say yes to every single upsell, that innocent $14 investment quickly balloons to well over $100. Let's rapid fire through some major myths busting from the ground of reviews that you really need to know. First up, done for you absolutely does not mean zero work. You still have to write engaging captions and actually talk to your community. Second, if you're posting daily, 200 videos is going to run out in a few months. It's definitely not an infinite library. Third, because this is a same-day launch, there is zero independent verified track record of these specific videos going viral yet.
And finally, think about it. At least 200 other buyers are starting with the exact same base library. Taking a minute to rebrand these templates in Canva isn't just a fun suggestion, it is literally mandatory if you want to stand out to the algorithm.
But to be fair, reviewers don't just point out the flaws, they compare it logically against the alternatives. Look, doing it yourself is free, but it costs you hours of your life. Hiring a freelancer? That costs $50 to $300 and takes days to get back. Generic mega bundles might be cheap, but they are usually super low quality and not niche specific. The Affirmation Vault is highly tailored, only takes minutes in Canva, and here is a massive differentiator. It includes a commercial resale license. That means you aren't just limited to your own accounts. You can actually turn around and resell these completed videos to your own social media management clients. That's a real game changer for freelancers.
Which brings us to our final evaluation in Section 5, who is this actually for?
So, the absolutely crucial point to take away today is this. This product solves a production bottleneck. It does not solve an audience problem. It's totally ideal for existing faceless account owners, positive mindset coaches, or social media managers who just need high-quality inventory and need it fast. However, you should absolutely skip this if you're not building a brand in the wellness or self-improvement space, and honestly, definitely skip it if you completely refuse to spend an hour learning the basic drag-and-drop features of Canva's free tier.
Well, we've seen the glossy sales pitch, and we've walked through the grounded, practical reality. These templates will absolutely save you hours of grueling editing work, no doubt about it. But remember, a template cannot build a community for you. So I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought. If a $14 tool can automate the heavy lifting of your video production, what are you going to do with all those hours you saved to authentically connect with your audience in the comments and captions? Because at the end of the day, that human touch is the only thing that turns a passive viewer into a loyal follower. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.